This thing is cool. Basically a giant digital board game. It's essentially a 32-inch touchscreen tablet designed as a table for your living room so you can play games with your friends and family. I'm gonna take a look at what comes inside the box, and then I'll boot this thing up, I'll walk you through setting it up for the first time, and then we'll play a couple of games on the Infinity Game Table from Arcade1Up. Tech it before you wreck it. What's up, geeks? I'm Kirk. Listen, this thing came out a few years ago, but this is the first time I've had a chance to check it out, and it looks really, really cool. It's essentially a coffee table for your living room that also happens to be a 32-inch touchscreen with board games and fun games that you can play with up to 6 people on them. I think it's a cool concept, so I really wanted to test this thing out. It's from the company Arcade1Up. You may know them. They make a lot of at-home stand-up arcades, but this is their first foray into an actual video game table. So I've got a couple of things for you. I'll show you everything that comes inside the box. I'll show you how I physically set this thing up. Then we'll boot it up for the first time. I'll walk you through that process, and then we'll test out a couple of games on the Arcade1Up Infinity Game Table. Here is the big honking box for the Arcade1Up Infinity Table. Let's slide it right around and take a look at the back. Some of the features listed off here: 1 to 6 players. It's Wi-Fi enabled. It's got games included, tactile feedback, haptic feedback, impact and water resistant because it is a table. Indie game developers can work on this. Removable legs, and it's got a high res screen. So those are just some of the highlighted features there included with this Infinity table. They do have some basic tech specs listed. It's got 32 gigs of storage with an SD slot, 2 gigs of RAM, does not have Wi-Fi 6, 32-inch screen at 1080p, 60 Hz refresh rate, and 10 points of multi-touch on this thing. And that multi-touch is huge for playing those touchscreen games with multiple players. Let's get this box open and see what is inside the Infinity Game Table. There it is, right when you open it up. Voila! The Infinity Game Table presented right on top. It's got a plastic protective sheet on top. Thing looks nice. I mean, it's essentially a giant 32-inch tablet, and when you pick it up, it's got some weight to it too, but I'll give you a better look at it so you can see what that screen looks like. Basically a black table with a 32-inch screen embedded. It'll be interesting to see how strong, how durable this top is. I doubt it's Gorilla Glass, although it does seem to be some sort of maybe glass or really strong plastic. Let me flip this thing over. Man, this thing is heavy too. It's got some weight to it, which is good. You want it to have some weight to it. It is, after all, a table. On the back, we'll take a look at what's going on here. You've got a power plug in the bottom left-hand corner here, and you've got these slots. These are going to be for your removable legs that you'll put out of here. You got a couple of speakers on the back, and you've got some ports here. Let's take a look at the ports on the side. Looks like 2 USB ports, an SD card slot or a micro SD card slot. You've got, looks like a power button there, volume up, volume down, and of course your power plug right there. This slot here is kind of interesting. This is actually a removable battery slot. It's an additional $200, so it's not cheap, but it's going to give you like 4 or 5 hours of play without having to have this thing plugged in, which is nice and convenient. All right, let's remove this, and I'll show you what else is inside the box. We've got what looks like a little instruction packet here. We'll open that up and see what's inside there. Oh, this is nice. They included a cleaning cloth for the tabletop. Oh, that's cool. A couple of infinity coasters. You'll need those so you can put your drinks there on the tabletop without leaving rings and whatnot. Looks like we've got some literature, your product registration card. This is your quick start guide for getting this thing set up. And these are actually privacy blockers. They're essentially little pieces of cardboard, but you set them up on the table while you're playing certain games to block your portion of the screen in games that need some sort of privacy. Think like Battleship or maybe Guess Who. We'll have to see how that works, but that's what those things are. Here we've got the other part of the power plug, the actual AC adapter. It looks short, which got me a little worried here that it's not going to give me a lot of length to get this thing plugged in over to the wall. And these are like plastic clips that work with those privacy guards to hold those privacy guards on the table. Interesting concept and an interesting solution to playing board games that need privacy when you can't really hold the cards up and keep them to yourself like a normal game. All right, inside this box, I believe are going to be the legs legs to the table. I've got some tape here, so I'm going to slice it open with my knife. Yeah, it looks like we've got one of the metal legs, and it's a pretty basic gray U-shaped metal leg with some rubber feet on the bottom. Nothing super fancy going on there. And here we go. This is the second set of legs, exactly the same as the first. That's it. That's all that's inside the box. I'll throw all my trash back inside so we can get over and get this thing plugged in and set up. Physically getting this thing set up, super easy. These legs literally push into the TV. They click in, they snap in, they feel very secure. Once they're in, you just flip this thing over so you can plug it in and start playing some games. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Plug the power in with this very short cable. Didn't like how short this cable is. Would be nice if it was longer. It's only about 5 or 6 feet, and you're going to need an extension cable. So now we've got the Infinity logo there on the screen. It's booting up. It's got a cool little boot up animation with some sound. That's pretty cool. And it says presented by Arcade1Up, the Infinity Game Table. Okay, right into the Wi-Fi connection screen, which is going to be your first step, is to get this thing connected to Wi-Fi. Look at that keyboard. Does that look familiar? That is an Android keyboard. There's no question this thing is running a modified version of Google Android. Okay, so we're connected to Wi-Fi, and it immediately jumps into this screen where it is downloading the dashboard. That was fairly quick, so I'm not sure if it did a full software update, whatnot. It is blinking a bunch of times. Looks like this is kind of your initial boot up and configuration, probably just checking the screen resolution. And we've got like a cool faux wood background. That's cool, and it's asking us to sign in to our Arcade1Up account. Okay, after creating an account, I got signed in. It says, "Hello Gamer." It's got some very brief kind of information there for you on the screen, and it's talking about your games are in one, your games that you've purchased or downloaded are going to be in one section, and then you've got the game store, and here it is. Look at that, guys. You've got a whole bunch of games here. Bunch of them are free, bunch of them are for purchase. Now, you're not going to be able to get every game for free. This is a game store, an app store, a lot like you have on Android or iPhone, but there's a reasonable amount of games in here for free, which is kind of interesting to see. It's smooth-ish. I don't know if you saw a little bit of lag there when I was scrolling up and down, but it comes across as pretty smooth. And this is the initial boot up, so it's probably still doing some stuff in the background. We'll have to see long term how that works out. Now, if I want a game, let me look for a free game here, and I'll tap on something and get that game downloaded for you. About as classic as it gets, Monopoly, and it's actually one of the free games. There's some pretty decent games that are free on here, which is nice to see, because you do want, especially as expensive as this thing is, you do want some games that are playable out of the gate. The download speed is really fast. I can't imagine these are large files, but I was impressed with how fast they were downloading and installing on the table. And if you look at this, guys, the game is already installed. It's ready to go. You can see Monopoly right there. Let me go to My Games. You'll now see I have one game installed. It is Monopoly. Let me tap that and jump in and just do a little demo here of playing Monopoly. So first boot up took about 15-20 seconds. You can see it's got a picture of the Monopoly box. It goes right into your main screen here. Kind of tells you about how to change things in settings, but it's got Connect, which I'm going to assume is how you play with other people remotely, which would be a lot of fun if you know somebody else who has this. Let's go right into play, because we don't have any saved games. And you've got your pieces. You get to pick your pieces. You drag them to the player location. So you see 6 spots. That's based on where people are sitting at the table. Drag those over to where those people are going to be sitting, and then you hit start game, and it'll jump right into the Monopoly game. Now, here it is, the Monopoly board, and it's going to place the pieces to those corresponding players. You've got the dice in the middle. If you've played Monopoly, there you go, rolling the dice. If you've played Monopoly, I mean, this is going to be mostly self-explanatory. Once you learn how to use the touchscreen by tapping the dice, for example, and moving your pieces on the board, once you learn that, it's actually pretty easy, but it does take a second to figure out that you actually tap on kind of where you want your player to go. So, for example, I'm trying to slide here. There we go. And we're tapping the spaces. So we know what we rolled. We have to tap where we want to move our player. And now we get a card. Again, you can see the card is facing the person on the left-hand side of the screen, because that's where we chose that game piece. That's where that person is theoretically going to be sitting. And that's how it works for most of the board games here on Monopoly. Look at that. I did pretty good for a first roll, and my first card almost all the way around the board. And then I got Boardwalk. Booyah. Check that out, guys. Not too shabby. So that's Monopoly. Pretty cool way to play a very classic board game here on the Infinity Game Table. Let me jump in and show you another game, another classic, Connect 4. I do want to see how this translates on this touchscreen on this game table. So let me get past the beginning screen here. I'll just hit play. You can play face-to-face or side-by-side. I'll play side-by-side in this case. And you know Connect 4, you put the little colored pieces into the Connect 4 thing, and then you've got to make 4 in a row. You pick a color, slide those game pieces to, again, the corresponding location of where those people are going to be seated around the table, and that's how it sort of places the game. So here you go. We've each got a stack of pieces, and you drag the piece to the top, you drop it in, we'll put purple there, you drag this piece to the top where I want it, we've got yellow there. Yeah, this is Connect 4. I mean, this is a really cool way to play Connect 4. It's a classic game. Everyone knows the rules. And yeah, it's a lot like playing actual Connect 4. This is really, really cool. Okay, so I've had a couple of days now to play on the table with my family here and just really test it out. And here's a couple of my minor complaints. First of all, it has a very industrial look. And I showed you those legs, the metal legs, the black top. There's nothing wrong with that, and it certainly would go great in a gaming room or a rec room, but if you're looking to put this in a family room or a living room, I'm not sure it's gonna pass the wife test. So you'll have to decide that on your own, but you know, something I might change if I were to design it myself. Also, the power plug, I don't know why it's so short. It's gotta be like 5 or 6 feet. Get ready to buy an extension cable. It's a minor complaint, but you are gonna need a 3-pronged extension cable. And that leads me to the battery. So there's a battery pack that you can buy for this. For $1,000 though, I wish that was included, honestly, because it doesn't seem like it'd be that big of a deal to include that. And from reading some forums online, some people have had a hard time finding the battery packs, but the battery pack is an additional $200 in addition to the $1,000 price tag. So if you're willing to spend that kind of money, I do think this thing is an awesome addition to your game room. It's a great way to play those classic board games in a brand new way. The screen is nice, the touchscreen works great, the interface feels fast and snappy. I didn't feel like I was using any sort of laggy hardware, so I do think you'll be happy with it in that sense. I'd love to know what you guys want to know, what you guys are thinking. Throw a comment below. I read every single comment and I comment back, so if you've got questions about the Infinity Game Table in 2025, I'm happy to answer those right here on my channel. And do me a huge favor, subscribe to my channel. Not only does it help me grow here on YouTube, but it'll also help you see my new tech videos. I got a lot more cool tech unboxings, tech reviews like this coming your way here on Tech It Before You Wreck It. I'm Kirk.